Hey everyone, this is Alana from FidgetHaven Reviews, and today I'm going to be reviewing the mini Maelstrom by Flyaway toys. As you can see, the spinner is made of a brass base. It has stainless steel ring with teeth, and the buttons are made of stainless steel as well. As of this review, it's the only metal combination that they offer, and I have no idea if they plan on offering different styles, but I do think that it would be interesting to see. Something I think deserves note about the construction or the assembly of the spinner is not only how the stainless steel ring stays in place within the base, but how they put it in the base. There's no adhesives, no screws, no welding done to keep it. It's actually kept in there by pressure. And the way they achieve that is by cooling and shrinking the stainless steel ring using liquid nitrogen. Then they place it within the base, and once it starts to warm up, it expands back to its original size and creates the pressure needed to hold it firmly in place. I have tried pulling, pushing, twisting this ring, and it does not budge whatsoever. So if the way that it's assembled was something that was concern to you, I can assure you that the stainless steel ring is going absolutely nowhere. The spinner came up to 69 grams, including buttons on my scale. While it's not the heaviest spinner that I have, it definitely feels like one of the most substantial spinners that I have due to its size and weight. The diameter across is 1.95 inches, and those two factors, including how solidly made it is, make me feel like this would be a really excellent choice for an everyday carry spinner. Now, as for appearance, it has mixed metals. Generally, I'm not a fan of brass or copper. I prefer the white metals, and I think that here it really fits. The contrast between the brass and the stainless make a really nice effect. I'd really love to show you the effect, but I find that this black background minimizes it significantly. So I'm going to include a link in the description to a sneak peek video that I took of it that shows the effect very, very clearly. And what I'm talking about is because of the teeth within the ring, being able to see the brass through it, when it's spun, it creates an illusion that the brass and the stainless parts are moving in opposite directions. Now, we know that that's not happening, but it's a really cool visual effect that it provides. I find myself regularly holding it up while spinning in front of my TV or my phone, and the reason for that is because the refresh rate on those devices causes the effect to look like it has slowed down significantly, and it makes them much more pronounced. It's a really amazing effect to look at. I find it mesmerizing and hypnotizing, and it's just something else that makes the spinner really special. Now, something else that I think is worth noting about the construction is that on the back, there is a swirl that goes throughout the whole thing that is shaved or machined into it. And I find it interesting because when you spin it, it produces this light swirl and this dark swirl, making a vortex type of appearance. Now, for those who are unaware, the name Maelstrom is actually a synonym for vortex or whirlpool. So the inclusion of the swirl in the back and the name, it all ties in together really, really well. I also think that it's a tiny detail that just shows how much attention to detail the gentlemen at Flyaway Toys have for their products. So next would be buttons. Another thing that I think ties into it very well. As you can see, the Flyaway Toys logo is on the button. Generally, I'm not a fan of logos, but I really appreciate the inclusion here for two reasons. One is that when it's spun on its own, I hope that my camera's picking it up, it creates a vortex appearance, which totally ties into the name Maelstrom and the swirls on the back. The other reason that I appreciate it is because I find that it provides really good grip. I don't know if you can tell, but these buttons are quite large. They're the same buttons that are on the standard size Maelstrom, and for people with smaller fingers, they may think that they would have issues with them. I find that larger buttons often cause my fingers to slip a lot, but these have absolutely no slip to them, and I feel like these buttons are great for both petite adult hands, regular adult hands, or even large adult hands. Now, I do have a set of the smaller buttons that come on Flyaway Toys Falcon spinner. They're smaller, and I do prefer them. The reason why is because they're smaller. The other reason why is because I find that it increases the area to be able to see the vortex pattern on the back. Although if I didn't have them, I would have no complaints about these. I wouldn't think twice about using them. They're very, very comfortable to hold. They don't, the raised lip doesn't create any discomfort. They really are great buttons. So they are threaded. I will show you. And I haven't had any problems with these buttons whatsoever. They haven't locked up at all. They're very easy to take off and put on. And then underneath the buttons, you'll see the R188 hybrid ABEX 7 bearing. I'm really thrilled with this bearing. Not only is it very, very quiet, but this spinner has the absolute smoothest spin of any spinner that I've tried. Smooth enough that it genuinely shocked me. It's like a hot knife through butter. There's like almost no vibration. It feels really, really wonderful to spin. No problems whatsoever. Another thing that I appreciate about this spinner is the shape. I prefer tri-spinners to bar spinners. And the reason for that is because of the drag that it creates when you're using a bar spinner. If you're turning it from side to side, the tri-spinner shape really minimizes that. And that's something that I appreciate about this. I find that it's really a pleasure to use. The only drawback that I think that the spinner has as far as comfort would be the edges and the corners are a little pointy, I want to say. Not so much that you'll hurt yourself on it. There's no, metal that's lifted up. There's nothing catch on. But if you are someone who likes to fidget and flick a lot, you may notice those spots and you may end up with a little bit of sensitivity. Not soreness, but sensitivity. Another benefit of this device is the shape of it. Being a tri-spinner, it has a lot of surface area for you to spin it off of. So if you spin it in a whole bunch of different ways, even if you're a fidgeter, you're going to find that sensitivity is minimized. So all in all, this is a really, really great spinner. I've been very happy with it. It's great to look at. It's great to hold. It feels super solid. I'm really impressed with it. Its buttery smooth spin just amplifies how wonderful it is, and I think that it's great. I would categorize it as a higher end spinner because of the price, the materials, and the weight. I would also say that it's probably better suited to adults for those same reasons. The buttons might be a little bit difficult for small child's hands to use, but it can work for adults and children alike. There's no question about that. Flyaway Toys has absolutely wonderful customer service. If you have any questions, they're always happy to answer them. They always take care of their customers. So if you choose to buy one, I know that you're 100% going to be in great hands. So again, this is the Maelstrom Mini, or the Mini Maelstrom rather, from Flyaway Toys. I will make sure to include a link to their store below. I've also written a detailed review on this, which I'll include in the description in case you want to check it out. And just to remind you, I'm also including a link to the sneak peek of this spinner so that you can see the really awesome effect that it has. So I hope that you enjoyed watching this. I hope it was informative. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them below. I'm always happy to answer, always happy to help. And again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.